Peter Obi is a very, very formidable politician now. He has
What makes him formidable?
It's because, I was going there, it's because of the passionate followers that he has. It's because of the reach.
Can we say he's the Buhari of the southeast of South?
Yes, he's the Buhari.
Because they say that, okay,
exactly.
Buhari, you know, he had his fanatic 12 million votes.
Exactly.
That come rain, come shine,
exactly.
they are there for him.
Exactly. So the sentiment in Southeast, you know, is suggesting a Peter Obi presidency. Don't forget, Peter Obi won Lagos in 2023. I think he won Benue.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
He defeated him.
He defeated the Lagosian, the ex-governor of Lagos, called Bola Tinubu. And you know what he scored in Plateau and in Benue. So Peter Obi has basically, you know, inherited that Zikist political followership. And I tell you that even in the North now, a lot of people, especially young people, especially educated people, are saying that it's time for a Southeastern president.
So guys, Northern Nigeria is ready to build a formidable force with Peter Obi come 2027. I mean, the North is now embracing Peter Obi massively because, see, nobody is ready to allow Nigeria to keep sinking anymore. Any patriotic Nigerian wants to see this country move forward. You've seen how other African countries are surpassing this country in terms of, you know, development and all that. And Peter Obi is that one man whom we know can really take this country, you know, with empathy and also having that, you know, connection with the people. Peter Obi is ready to lift Nigeria from where it is. Now the Northerners are applauding Peter Obi. They are recognizing his importance. They are recognizing his genuinity and, you know, his credibility, his person. So guys, I'm going to allow you to watch this video in full just for you to see that so many Northerners are no longer going by tribe, religion, or where he's coming from and all that. People want to see Nigeria move forward. And that is why the North is now embracing Peter Obi. You saw when Peter Obi came into that gathering they had. Everybody stood up. They knew a force was in the room. I don't know if you saw when Peter Obi entered the room where they were having that coalition meeting. I mean, they stood up, not because Peter Obi is a pompous man or what. Peter Obi is very humble, so those things don't move him. But at least that tells you that people are now, you know, aligning themselves with the person of Peter Obi. Everybody is now realizing that, see, the genuinity of Peter Obi, his transparency, his credibility, you know, his personality is really the kind of person we need currently in Nigeria, who is not going to look at tribe, religion, or whatever to serve this country, but he will want to make sure Nigeria moves out of where it is today. So guys, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video. Take your time, watch this video. This is a Northern channel, but they've taken time to discuss about Peter Obi deeply and how the North is accepting Peter Obi. Let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Now take a look.
You've seen those formidable politicians and technocrats, you know, and other, you know, top notches, you know, from the North at the Continental Hotel in Abuja this evening will tell you that the consultative group is well-grounded, is oiled and well-funded, and therefore, like I said, is going to play a very, very prominent role going forward in spelling out. You can
see in the pictures there, not to quote you,
yes.
see Atiku at the moment I was this is Kashim Imam,
very well.
Kumalia,
yes.
And look at Peter Obi,
yes.
Exchanging pleasantries.
Exactly.
But something unique, Najaku,
yes.
about this gathering is even in the schedule of programs, they said, okay, goodwill messages from Southeast, from Southwest, from South. But we saw Peter Obi, for instance, you know, receiving a lot of applause from the gathering. Can you interpret that for us?
Yes, the interpretation is that the consultative group is very, very serious. It has a very good reach and is taken serious by all of those people you saw gathering there. And the fact that Peter Obi made it to that gathering is remarkable. And you don't forget, since the demise of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Peter Obi is the most formidable presidential candidate to have come out from the Southeast.
Since Azikiwe?
Since Azikiwe.
What about Alex Ikweme and...
Alex Ikweme, was he really a presidential candidate? He didn't get the ticket, did he? He didn't get the ticket. He lost the ticket to Obasanjo. And earlier on, I think he had also lost it to Obasanjo. Alex Ekwueme was in the forefront in the formation of PDP. But unfortunately, during the short transition program of General Abdul Salami Abubakar, Alex Ekwueme and the founders of PDP were off stage. And they removed, Olusegun Obasanjo from the prison and gave him the ticket because they zonalized the presidency to the southwest. You remember that his other opponent on APP platform was also Olufalai. But I tell you again, Peter Obi is a very, very formidable politician now. He has
What makes him formidable?
It's because, I was going there, it's because of the passionate followers that he has. It's because of the reach.
Can we say he's the Buhari of the southeast of sorts?
Yes, he's a Buhari.
Because they say that, okay,
exactly.
Buhari, he had his fanatic 12 million votes.
Exactly.
That come rain, come shine,
exactly.
They are there for him.
Exactly. So the sentiment in Southeast, is suggesting a Peter Obi presidency. Don't forget, Peter Obi won Lagos in 2023. I think he won Benue.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
He defeated him.
He defeated the Lagosian, the ex-governor of Lagos, called Bola Tinubu. And you know what he scored in Plateau and in Benue. So Peter Obi has basically, inherited that Zikist political followership. And I tell you that even in the North now, a lot of people, especially young people, especially educated people, are saying that it's time for a Southeastern president. And they see hope and promise in Peter Obi.
As a political analyst,
that's why his presence at this consultative group, even going to the extent of delivering
a keynote address.
Yes, a keynote address is something worldwide.
And that's what I want to ask. How significant is that? What message are these people of northern extraction are sending to Tinubu and the APC?
Very good question. I think the message to Tinubu is that minus him and his cabal, the entire country is against him. The northern politicians, the northern technocrats, and all those who gathered at Continental Hotel today understand something. Even though Peter Obi, like the politician he is, he said the North can change Nigeria.
And despite the endorsement, last week it was actually, contrary of endorsement by, is it the Northwest, is it the whole of the National Assembly? We saw endorsement upon endorsement.
I will make this point, then come to those endorsements.
Okay.
So I'm saying that the message at the consultative group is that the North and the Southeast are about to have another handshake.
Across the Niger.
Yes, and if you remember decades ago, there was there were alliances. In fact, fusion, if you like, between the Southeast and the North, whether it was during Tafawa Balewa or it was during Shehu Shagari. So the message is that the North and the Southeast are working together to unseat Tinubu. And because there is also another thought, just like Sule Lamido said, Tinubu is an emperor. So how do you remove an emperor? You use blood, toil, and tears to remove an emperor. And what it means is that in 2027, Tinubu might not accept being defeated. And who knows, the struggle to remove Tinubu might spill over into Onitsha streets, Kaduna streets, Kanu streets, Enugu streets, Owerri streets, and so on.
You speak in the same tongue as Babachir Lawal, who said the endorsement is almost nothing. Even the governors, they should just find their feet.
Yes, because you see, in the final analysis, Tinubu is coming face to face with the hungry people of Nigeria. There are 75% of Nigerians who are in the rural areas who are in abject poverty. And there are about 130 million Nigerians, as we talk, who have collapsed, who have fallen into poverty. These are the people that Tinubu is going to confront in 2027. Not people defecting, not people defecting to APC because maybe EFCC has crumbled some piece of paper before them, or it has telephoned them, or because somebody has promised them a ticket, or even outright winning of election, or because of their belly. Those are not the people who are going to deliver votes to Tinubu in 2027. It's the people that Tinubu has neglected. The over 100 million Nigerians who have descended into abject poverty, none of whom can claim gutter as his own, as his belonging. These are the people who are going to vote. And these are the people who are catching hell because of Tinubu's excruciating and cruel economic.
You no longer sound as member of the APC, Najam.
I'm still a current member of the APC, but that doesn't
a
shut
rebellious
me.
one.
That doesn't shut me up, because like Malam Nasir El-Rufai said, APC left him. APC has also left me long ago. You see, every political party has an ideologue. Even Bola Tinubu now has abandoned the party, so to speak. He's going after personalities because he thinks that personalities can make Omar, his
political ambition.
Yes.
And this seamlessly takes us to Kebbi State before we will open the line so that our viewers will ask you questions on some of these things we've discussed. Senator Alero, Abdullahi, and Maidoki, they have all moved to APC. The party you just said has abandoned you. So where is the departure?
You see, I can tell you authoritatively that the people of Kebbi are singularly and severally disappointed with the defection of Senator Muhammad Adamu Aliru, Dr. Yahya Abdullahi.
I don't want to quote you, but we saw a crowd. We saw a crowd. Is it the 1,000 naira per person crowd during the defection, even though they formally announced it here in Abuja?
I am not sure the crowd right now is with these three senators. It's unprecedented, and it's a very, very big scandal. 3 Serbian senators voted just less than 2 years ago on People's Democratic Party platform because they had defected to that party from APC, and because APC had denied them level playing ground, to contest for whatever they wanted to contest, and that was why they went to PDP. And people regarded, what APC did to them as injustice, and that's why people gathered around them. People voted for them. People supported them, and now all of a sudden, inexplicably, they defect again from PDP to APC. I can tell you that people in Kebbi, they are boiling. People see it as a breach of trust. People see it as unjust, and people think that it might well spell doom for their political ambitions. Look at Senator Muhammad Adamu Aliru. This could be his 5th term in the Senate. He's a formidable politician. So people are still asking, why did Aliru suddenly defect from PDP to APC? They said leadership. They said there's no leadership in PDP. And then they say because of also the leadership in APC. There's no leadership in APC. What leadership? You
think it's non-sequitur according to grammarians?
Of course,
when we don't have cogent reason.
There is no cogent reason. There is no reasonable reason. Because if you say there is no leadership in PDP, you are a leader. Why don't you provide the leadership? And it's an irony because if you say there is no leadership in PDP and then you run to APC, you may also cause it leadership crisis. And look at Dr. Yahya Abdullahi. This was a lecturer at ABU, Ahmadu Bello University.
Zaria.
He was in the cause, or if you like, the camp of people like Bala Usman. Then he came to Federal Civil Service. He was a powerful permanent secretary of the Niger Delta Ministry. He had good records there, almost unblemished. And the people of Kebbi North rallied around him because this was a guy also who ran for primaries in the gubernatorial primary against the incumbent governor Nasir Idris.
Yes.
And they scored him 0. They scored him 0. Probably he didn't vote for himself, right? Okay, and that was how he now crossed to PDP. And his followers followed him there, and they voted for him. And now this is the same Dr. Yahya that's now coming to APC. When, like I said, 75% of Nigerians in the rural areas are falling into poverty, and then 130 million Nigerians also crashing into poverty. And you can be sure 70 or 80% of these poor people are from the farmers. Some of them from Margungu itself. Some of them from Aleru. Many of them from Kebbi. Some of them from Zuru area, where Garba Maidoki, the greenhorn.
I wanted to ask, yes, why do you think he too?
Well, he just wanted to follow the crowd. He thought that Senator Adamu Aliru and Dr. Abdullahi were political oracles. And so since the oracle have moved, let me move. And you saw how this guy, Akpabio, the Senate president, embarrassed him. He said that since he told Senator Garba Maidoki that since he defected, he had kept quiet. Then he said APC, and then Senator Garba, right inside the Senate chamber, and then Senator Garba Maidoki said power. Whether it's power, he said, oh, power. Akpabio ridiculed him to say that Garba Modoki was saying power, not power. That Garba Modoki then couldn't speak, couldn't pronounce speak. Akpabio, what can Akpabio speak English? What does Akpabio know?
Now, beyond this, because we are actually trying to unravel, we even did a story. We spoke with some of the senators that defected, and we spoke with insiders and all that. Different reasons have been given, including maybe promise for automatic ticket. They say, is it contract? Is it that they will be off the hook of the anti-graft agencies? Because we've never seen this. Of course, we've been seeing defections in Nigeria, but this is unprecedented. 2 years into a tenure, people in their own right defecting to a ruling party. Are you privy to something that we don't really know as to why? Or is it just the crave to come back to the National Assembly?
I'm privy. Some of the reasons you gave were some of the reasons for which some of these senators...
But are they not rich? I don't know if we're talking about it.
Yes, they are rich. But I was told also in good authority by a top politician that one of the senators who defected told him that, look, I'm off. I'm going to APC because I've been threatened. Because I've been told that EFCC is going to collect all of my belongings. And I just cannot allow that to happen, considering the sweat.
So when he joins APC, his sins are forgiven.
Yes.
It's the sanctuary now.
After all, this guy has said it, Adams Oshomale, during the 2019,
you are forgiven.
Yes, that once you go to APC, all of your sins are forgiven. So part of the reasons truly were that there were reasons to believe that some of these senators, their cases, their petitions with the FCC will be dusted up, and they will go for trial at the courts. But I also, let me say this, I read this report you said, which Daily Trust Niswa made, and one of the persons who was interviewed was Kawu Sumaila.
Yes.
And Kawu Sumaila, used to be one of the young talks, if you like, of northern politics, particularly his senatorial district, Kano South. But the reason he gave for defecting, Kawu Sumaila, I'm sorry, it's so disappointing. He said that Tinubu promised him whether it's 96 billion naira.
So guys, this same video you just watched, somebody posted it on Twitter, and I'm going to be reading out some of the reactions that Nigerians are reacting. Watching this video alone, you have a fulfilled day, because see, Peter Obi won the last election even without having this massive endorsement from the north. And now that many northerners are waking up to say, okay, if we are really looking for somebody who is trustworthy, I think Peter Obi is that man. Now that the north is realizing the significance of Peter Obi, what do you think is going to happen? Assuming all these northerners go back home and tell their people, see, let's vote for Peter Obi and let this country move forward. Guess what? A whole lot is going to change. A whole lot. Now, the person who posted this video posted it, and let me read out some of the reactions. He said something about how the north is accepting Peter Obi, and one of the responses there said, eloquently conveyed, Buhari's love did not transcend the northwest and partially the northeast. Peter Obi's acceptance is nationwide. Okay, what I'm trying to understand here is that he said that Buhari's love was more in the north, like the northwest and maybe the northeast. But Peter Obi is nationally being accepted by Nigerians, And he said Peter Obi is a brutal force of reckoning. Wow. So this other person say a new Nigeria is possible. Oh my God. A new Nigeria is possible. And another person said a new Nigeria is definitely possible. Tinubu going, gone, and the hashtag is Rick and Die. I don't know if you have seen that hashtag, Rick and Die 2027. Rick and Die. My God, this one is very powerful. Honestly, it's very, very powerful. People are now adding Rick and Die. If you read the next election that will launch Nigerians into worse situation than what we're experiencing today, Nigerians are saying it is Rick and Die. This person said, please say it the way it is. PO is not a regional force. He is a national force. He won 2023 election in almost all the states. The evil structure rigged him out. We know how it happened. I was a witness. It is the only candidate, okay, he is the only candidate that has genuine interest to lift Nigerians up. Let's be sincere. Peter Obi wants to see everybody in this Nigeria, especially the Nigerian youth, the future of tomorrow. If not for any other thing, Peter Obi wants everybody educated. Peter Obi wants businesses to thrive. Peter Obi understands how to manage small businesses. Peter Obi knows how to go in the midst of, business owners and listen to know their concern, answer their questions, tell them how he's going to intervene. That is Peter Obi. Now, this other person said integrity 100%, competence 100%, character 100%. There are no she said these are our watchwords. Any politician not in this category strike off. Say no to religion, say no to tribe, say no to family members, say no to fellowship members. That's what Peter Obi represents, honestly. Anybody not in this category of integrity, competence, character, strike off. What about empathy? Peter Obi represents all this. So guys, I'm really so happy, seeing what is happening in Nigeria today. This person said, I don't live in Nigeria. The last election, I spent a fortune to come home and vote for PO. I will, by God's grace, do this again if PO is on the ballot as president. This is the only thing I owe Nigeria and my children. Yeah, you did well, Joe. And this other person says, exactly, no more tribes differences at 2027. Inshallah, a new Nigeria is possible. This is a northerner. Honestly, Nigerians are really so happy the way the North is embracing Peter Obi. And this other person said, Peter Obi, a titan of vision and purpose, is rising as a formidable force with a Zikis-like following that is electrifying the nation, that is electrifying Nigeria. So guys, this person, I don't think is an Igbo, but I can't really pronounce the name. Honestly, I love the way, see, except hunger didn't get to your side, that you want to vote for Tinubu again. A man who is spending trillions in building a road and abandon other roads. Kidnappers are taking advantage of the bad state of our roads in taking Nigerians inside the bushes. Anyway, let's move forward. This other person says, summary of all. PO message is just clear. Let the nation give their collection choice to competence, character and capacity in lieu of religion and tribe. PO represents CCC, character, credibility, and which other one again? Capacity. Wow, this is amazing. Oh my God. See, reading these reactions is really so interesting. This one says, Peter Obi's message is to the North is very clear. Let the North give competence to chance, even if it's a 4-year single term. Let the North give Northern Nigeria, if you miss Peter Obi this time, Northern Nigeria, if you miss Peter Obi this time, the only man who has been singing the song into your ears, telling you that he is going to ensure this land that Boko Haram is using to attack you people will now become money-making machine for you people. Your children, Peter Obi said, even the Almajiris, he knows how to take education to them in their learning center. And it will be conveyed to them in the language they understand, so that they don't grow up and be a torment to the North. Who else gave you that promise? Northern Nigeria. Who else? If not Peter Obi, who else? So these are the things we are saying. And this other person said, rooting for a new Nigeria where leaders serve the people, not their pocket. A new Nigeria is possible. Oh my God. Rooting for a new Nigeria where leaders serve the people, not their pocket. A new Nigeria is possible. You see, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Join the PO's movement. The storm is much. Agreed, PO is very clean and very holy, but give us 2 other persons that will work with PO who have worked or will work that are equally very clean and holy. Okay, this person is saying we need clean people to join PO. So guys, in addition to this news, I want you to take a look at this headline. Our own Tinubu request National Assembly approval. The name of the person who posted this post, moving like 5 million at the background. We love your
15
they are trying to make
billion
caricature
yen.
of the guy who posted this name. This must be
And
the
65
Tinubu's
million
people. And this other person
Hey,
said,
God.
2027
Another
is the year
bombshell.
we will take back our
This
country
man is
and
just
make
here
it
to discredit
great.
us.
Ew. This post
Ah,
is finishing
and
my
this person
day.
said,
I
"Oh,
hope just
we are going
enjoying
for
the
nothing,
reactions
so we
coming
can
out.
prepare for war."
And this was
War
another
was
person
to
said,
all
Peter
this.
Obi can
All of
never
this
be
for
war.
war.
Children's
Buhari
Day
is
celebration.
corrupt and incompetent. Peter
Jehovah
Obi is
not.
Tinubu has released
Hey.
another bombshell. Oh.
All the money this president has been borrowing. Jesus. This person said this man is not tired of borrowing. And this other person say, here we are again. The ones he borrowed earlier, how was Nigerians and the masses benefited from it? Then you tell people to support this kind of man. It's impossible. So Tinubu was being praised to have, settled IMF debt, not knowing that Tinubu was planning for another bombshell. You rob Peter to pay Paul. Now, wow. Now, this was a God is so merciful. If not, all Nigerian politicians should have been turned leprosy patients. This was every day new request to borrow money. I wish every day after borrowing we can even see good use of the money. Pay a little, balloon the already ballooned debt. You see, it's better this man just sell off this country so we can know where we belong, where we belong. All borrowing little to show for it, nothing to show for it, not even little. Tell me, he's borrowing for like coastal highway. If you know, in short, then oh my God, this person said there is no need for him to make a request, but to give National Assembly order to approve it immediately. Welcome to CNJ government of Nigeria. These thieves have finished Nigeria. Debt is. This person say debt. I say more debt. Debt. I say more debt. This is for 2027 vote buying is possible. For 2027 vote buying. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. But why now? What happened to all the fuel subsidy windfall? We just did looted funds. But not the subsidy remover. Let Baba cash out now. Give and take. I said it. The months no fit end. Make Tinubu no borrow. Honestly. The months no fit end. Make Tinubu no borrow. What is the essence of subsidy removal if we continue to borrow like this? Hey, Jesus. Anyway, you must have heard this guy, Elisha Abu, who came out to say he was not leaking the APC secret, how the Nigerian people money was used for the last election. That's just what you are seeing again. They are just getting all this to plan again, to plan again for the next election, and Nigeria continues to crawl. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.